In React, building a form is difficult if you don't know how to handle this use state. So I have tomorrow to interview on Monstack, so I thought that why I should practice this also to perform better on interview. So let's do method one, that will be use state approach, and here we can use multiple state for each and every input. Here we can choose this information, use this information to build a form that will be two inputs: user email, gender will be radio button, skills will be this checkbox, experience will be select option drop down, and we have why do you want to join. This is job application, so why do you want to join, this will be the text area. So we almost choose all the inputs like text, radio, checkbox, option, and text area. So let's start with VS Code, and uh, approach will be use state. We have to use multiple state. Let's use Vite framework for creating React app. Npm create. Let me zoom little bit. Npm create Vite at latest um, job form React. Then we can choose JavaScript. No, yes. We have app, and we can create separate form component for this, or we can write all the things inside app also, it will work. Okay, counter is working for use state. Like let's remove all the unnecessary thing from the app. Okay, let's create component folder. Inside component we can create form.jsx. Then we can use arrow function form export default form. This will return fragments. We can choose div also. Okay, let's create form tag, and let's give inside or outside. We can do whatever, like job application form. Let's use that here. If we go to here, we can't see anything because we remove everything from app, and we can import that from form from component. Now everything looks fine. First is username, second is email, so let's do that. Username and email. Let's choose label username, its input, that will be type text. We can choose a placeholder also. Username, we can provide ID, that will be username. It will be HTML4, So whenever we click on the username, the username input will be highlighted. So right now if we go to select on the username label, it will be highlighted that input. Okay, we can choose BR to break. Okay, next what attribute we can select. Right now let's keep as it is, and let's use 2BR to separate email. email email here type will be email, placeholder email, id email. Okay, if I select on email, it will be highlighted email. What will be the next? Gender, radio button. 6 minutes already done. Okay, gender, right, label gender. Let's take one BR, and it's a radio. After radio button we need label, so first take input, that will be type, not the text, not the email, it will be radio. id, what will be the id? Radio mail first, then label, that will be mail, html4, html4 mail. We can do in one line all the things. This will be female, 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 and it will be other. This will be other. So if we don't use any breakpoint, it will be in one line. And right now problem is that it will select all the radio button. How can we solve that? We can provide a name for this, that will be gender, so it will solve that issue. Okay, now that issue solved. Next, what skill? That will be checkbox. It will be looking so much cluttered, so let's put a gender comment here. Next we have skills. 9 minutes already done, but we don't have to hurry here. We have to just code a good way, like we have to code, we have to good code, like we don't have to hurry. Gender, then we have to do skills, skills label, skills label similar to this. Skills, skills can be multiple selected. Type check box. ID, React, Node.js, and Redux. React label, React HTML4, React. We should use here BR or not? Why the skill is not visible? Yes, we haven't used BR. BR now skill. We can choose inline here only. So we don't have to use BR. React, then Node.js. Node.js. We can also provide name here, but let's skip that. Node.js, then uh, bootstrap. Bootstrap or Redux. Yes, Redux. Let's choose Redux, is better to know compared to Bootstrap. Redux toolkit, global state management library, Redux. Okay, let's see how it's behave. Yes, we can select multiple checkbox, multiple skill also. Experience is select option drop down. What it's experience? It's an experience. Experience done. Then select option. Option in lowercase, not not Pascal case. What will be the value? Fresher, intermediate spelling is a hard. Intermediate, fresher, I can write fresher, and senior. There will be value also. value and value. Intermediate, senior. Okay, done. Last is text area. So this also looks fine. We can use BR also here to break. Experience not working because we haven't used the ID. If we select, the option will be highlighted when we select on the label. For that we can use HTML4. Yes, now it's highlighted. BR. Last is a text area. Why do you want to join? Because I know Monstack. Why do you want to join? Label that say why do you want to join? Why do you want to join and question mark. Here we can use we have to use text area, not the input, text input. Here we can pass the columns and rows. Calls column means something like this. So we can choose 20 columns, so wide enough. Rows means this. Rows we can choose less, like 5. That will be enough, as you can see. Let's use 25 column and use BR. Let's provide ID to highlight when we select. So this little thing will impress the interviewer. HTML4. Join. We can give join ID. Why do you want to join? Yes, everything working fine. Now last thing, that will be button. When we use button inside form, that have by default uh, type will be submit. If we don't explicitly do type button or submit, it will be by default submit button, and it will cause that refresh, like it will that do that default behavior. How can we solve this? We can prevent default. You can use prevent default. Okay, let's use 2BR. Now, so uh, this is basic, everyone knows. Now the journey start. Use state approach. We have to use how many use state for this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 state for every input. So this is the basic. If you are learning React, 17 minute already done. Let's import useState. useState. Initially it's empty string. First is the username. Set username. Okay, first state is done. So how many state I forgot? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's copy that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Username, email, set email. What is next? Gender. Set gender. And skills set skills. It will be array because we have multiple skills. What after skill? After skill we have experience. Experience will be one value, so it will be string. Initially we can by default value that will be fresher. Here we can also do initial value also. So next last is why do you want to join? We can do join reason. Set join reason. That will be also empty string. We can do controlled input control form also, so it will be better. So how can we do controlled input? We can provide the value for that input. Initially it will be empty string, So we can use this state value initially. Where is the value? Yes, let me zoom. For every input we can provide that initial value from its state. Username. So React form method 1 useState approach is like this. I use multiple state for this from form. Next method will be I can use single state also to manage all the value, but if you are beginner then you can use this single state only, then it will be fine. uh, yes, username. Then we can use on change event handler. We can create every like handler function, or we can directly set the value of username using this here callback function only. If you want to write more cleaner code, then you can create separate function also, event dot target dot value. Okay, this event object implicitly receive every function on this event handler callback function. This is easy. Okay, if we go and write something, everything working fine. If we remove this on change, then we can't write anything, as you can see, because initially it's empty string and lifetime it will be empty string. But on change we are changing this value of this username state. That's why the value again re-render this component, and we can see that change the value. Let's do all these things to all the input. Email on change. Why it's not going to next line? Otherwise it will be not more readable. Yes, next line. Set email. Where is email? Yes, now email also work. Okay, next is gender. We need only one value. Here we can use, we can't use value here. We can use checked property. Only checked when the value of that gender state, the value of that above gender state is matched with this radio button value. So we have to provide the value that will be male. So here we explicitly provide a value, because on change we need event dot target dot value, so we can get the value of this to gender event dot target dot value. Okay, checked gender is equal to, if it's male then only check this one, otherwise don't check this one. Similar for female, similar for other. Where is other? uh, Input. Yes, input, and we have other. Okay, now we need on change. We haven't provided the value property also. So value get, let put the value also. Value will be other, and here value will be female. and on change will be similar for all input. Okay, this also done. Now skills. I think for skill we need one function, but otherwise it will create so much clutter. Here also on the checkbox we need checked property, and we can use value, or we can direct use id also, but let's do use let's use smaller small lowercase smaller case lowercase. Checked is equal to what is the, yes, state name is skills dot, we are checking it's inside this skill array or not, this react. If yes, then check only, otherwise don't check. On change, we can pass the handler function as a callback function, like handle skills. It will be better, otherwise we can, if we write so much code here, then it will be the issue. Let's do for node.js also. React will be string, value will be node.js, 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 and last one is redux. Let's copy that redux. Type checkbox value, here redux, and on change handle skill. Okay, we have two code for this also. Const handle skill function, arrow function or normal function, 27 minutes. Event, let's do set skills. So from event all we can also grab checked or not, like event dot target, we can get the value of checked or not for checkbox value. If it's checked, then set skills, let's use previous value. We have to return the object, not the object, it's array. Previous value, so let's do that previous value. If there is previous value, you can spread that previous value array, and new value if it's checked. If it's not checked, then we can use that filter method on previous array, previous dot filter, we receive every value. If value doesn't match with above value, so value name will be not good here, we can provide checked value. Yes, checked value is not equal to this. So now it's also fine. So let's first console all the thing. Let's see everything is fine on the skill. Let's console React, yes. If we remove Node.js, yes. So our checkbox is completely fine. Amazing. Checkbox is working. Now we have only two fields. Oh, so much code. That will be option select drop down. Here we don't need function. We can do direct on change on its value. That will be event on experience event dot target dot value, and here control input value will be experience. So initially it will be fresher, intermediate, senior. Okay, now last one label. Label not label, why do you want to join on change? On change, let's do event dot target on the set join reason event dot target target dot value, and value will be here join reason. So now our form is working fine. Now we can print all the submitted value. So this is the easiest way to handle a form that will take 30 minutes. Multiple state we have used here, that is the main point here. And we can on submit, like on form, here we can use on submit handler, ah on submit event handle form submit. Whenever we click on submit, we can see all the form information here. Let's console all the things. Log username, email, gender, skills, after skills experience, last join reason 1 2 3 4 5 6. Let's see console. Ankit Patel, this email skills, all the skill I know, Redux also I know, then I am the senior. Let's do fresher. Why do you want to join? Because I know Redux. If I submit, I can see the yes, it's refresh. We haven't handled event dot prevent default. Event dot prevent default. You have to remember this spelling. Event dot prevent default. Otherwise, it will not show the like text. Event dot prevent default. Email, mail. I know all skills. Fresher. I know Redux. As you can see, my whole detail will be here. Username, email, then mail, then this what we call skills, then fresher, then I know. If I change to intermediate, we will see intermediate. So Our form is working fine. We have to just send this information using fetch to the backend. We can show this all information here also, like let's create a div here, div, and uh, first is a username 23456, email, uh, gender, skills will be array, so we can join using comma. After skill, experience, after experience, why do you want to join reason. Let's create another state like form state, that will be false. Form state set form state. If I click here, set form state on submit, that will be true, so it will show that form. On, like, you can also learn conditional rendering. Form state and end. Right now it won't show anything because it's false. Let's fill the form again. Male, skills, fresher. I know Redux. Yeah, so as you can see, my username, email, gender, all the skills, fresher, and I know. So this is the first method one, react form method one use state approach. Second method will be we can use this single state only, and third method will be we can, if we have this multiple complex state, then we can use a reducer, use reducer. That will be better compared to use state for complex and multiple state. If we have use reducer is better, so that will be third method. Fourth method is if you uh, don't want to make this complex form, if you want to use just simple inputs, then you can use that inbuilt new form method. I think if we go to new form data, form, yes, form data you can use, so that will be fourth way. So I think total fourth way we can build. So let's code for second, go for second method. Let's complete this video right now. Let's stop this video right now.